going to go with you over again in doing a close reading. So with the close reading, we know that we read for the words, we read for the purpose, and then we read for the question or the prompt. So that's what we're going to focus on. So this morning, what we're going to focus on right now is the first one, and that is reading for the words. Now, when we're going to be doing that, the process of the story that we're going to read in this week, or actually for the next 2 weeks, will be tripping over lunch lady. That is our topic of our story this week. Now, the reason that I asked you today is to make sure that we just go over reading for the words, but I also want you to take out an understanding of your prompts that we're going to be covering after we're doing our reading. Your prompts this week is going to be a little bit different than what we've been covering. So the prompts that we're going to be talking about today is your own ideas, which is your own thoughts, okay? The text says, and that's going to be our quote from our text. This makes me think, and this will be your thoughts on how you're thinking about what the author said in the text. A thought I have about this.
Please excuse the interruption. All teachers, please ensure that all students bring their coats with them for recess at lunchtime. All students should bring their coats with them for recess. Thank you.
I'm going to go back over that. A thought I have about this is, my idea is different from the author. Now, this is something that we've been doing differently. It's the part here, and I want you to make sure you really have this in mind. A thought I have about this. My idea different from the author. And I want to give you some examples and going through that, just to give you the little model that I always do for you. So with my highlighter, I'm going to start with the part from our old text that we use. Everything is okay. Okay? Everybody's familiar with that story? Good. All right, so the text says, and I just want to highlight that, the prompt part here. The text says, I feel the warmth of the kidding through my shirt, and it stays warm. And I also start thinking of a name, because that's what he said. True? Right? Everybody remember that quote from the text? Now, here's my part, because remember, we're going to be doing 3 stages. So the first stage I just did was the text says. The second step is, this makes me think. Okay? Here's my prompt here. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make sure I give it another color so it'll stand out. This makes me think of, here we go, I'm going to use 2. And I would like for you to go a little deeper and use 3 character traits. The 2 I used was, this makes me think of love and kindness. Can you see that? Does it make sense? Does that match the text? Okay. Now, the next prompt that we had on step 3 is, my idea is different from the author's. And I'm going to use another color here to highlight this, because this is what I want you to make sure you're doing. So my idea differs from the author. My idea differs from the author, and I use my thoughts as well as my opinion. My idea would be that no animal would be harmed. You see? Does that make sense? Okay, so let's grab some of our text that we have right here, and we're going to do a few. Now, as we read, you know that you're going to highlight our thoughts as we go. True? Yeah. Okay. Everybody open up. Before we go, let's look over the title. And I'm going to do, in the part that I say that I do, you do, we do, I do, I'm going to do the I do part, and you're going to follow along with your highlighters. The title, Tripping Over the Lunch Lady and Other Stories. Tied to Zelma. My next door neighbor, Zelma Fertez, scares me. And she gives me the chills at the same time. She is the biggest tomboy in town and the evil twin sister I never wanted. Now, I like that. So I'm going to highlight some of her thoughts right there. So as I turn this to you, I'm going to highlight she is the biggest tomboy and the evilest twin sister I ever wanted. Okay? Good job. She can outrun any boy, climb a tree faster than a cat, and can sprint the fastest. My dad always invites her to our house to play, since she doesn't have a father. I like that. How about you? Yeah, because that is going to give me another point when we talk about character traits. Because this might come into the fact of why she is who she is, since she doesn't have a dad around. So let's put that down. She's the son my father wants me to be. He always says, "Do you like Zelna?" When my dad isn't around, Zelna likes to play tag, the game she invented. She always trying me up. But I escape. So, the only time I'm safe is the summer. And let's go back to that. So when I said that, let's read that sentence one more time. She is always tying me up, but I always escape. The only time I'm safe is summer. And that's when Zelna and her mother and sister drive to Utah to pick up fruit. My father and I help Zelna and her family board up the house and load the van. Zelna always looks a little sad when she leaves. I like that. Okay? You like that too? All right. And I am too. Let's add that in too, because that shows a character trait. What character trait do you think that shows? I'm going to read it again. Zelna always looks a little sad when she leaves, and I am too. Depressed? Turn and talk to each other and tell me what character trait you think you can come up with that. Okay, come back. I heard some of you say that she might be a little depressed. I heard some of you say that she might be sad. I heard over here, loneliness. I like all of those, and all of those are great character traits. So that we can do with a little annotating and put down here. How about that, guys? So that is a great one. So we can put over here a character trait, and let's add sadness. Okay? Okay? And we're going to put loneliness. Okay, here we go. See that? That is great. You guys are doing fantastic. Okay. Everybody with me? Thumbs up. I only see Zelna in the school hallways, and we change semi-friendly. Highs. Other than that, I stay away from her. Our school has nearly a traditional Sadie Hawkins Day, where boys and the girls are paired up to complete a three-legged race and an egg tossing contest. I think this sounds kind of dumb, but there are big prizes worth big bucks. If you win a three-legged race, you can get 2 passes to Splash World for the whole summer and free hot dogs. That's pretty cool. If you win the egg tossing contest, you get 2 passes to a sports camp at the local college. 3 weeks of running and sweating, and the whole time the coaches is yelling, "No thanks." So now, I think that we can put in that the winning part is great, true? How many agree? Agree? So let's highlight that.